G'day again everyone, and welcome to this lesson for Helicopter by Bloc Party. This song starts out with a guitar riff, then there's a little fill, and then we are straight into a beat. Most of the fills in this song are fairly straightforward, but the challenge is that they are quite fast. So let me go over that last bar one more time slowly. I definitely think it's a good idea to play those last two snare drums starting with your right hand. That way you go right, left, and then you can get back on the right hand to go back into the next beat. Here's how the next part goes. That's a great beat to grab now because we're going to use it a bunch throughout the song. At the end of this little riff section though, there's one more fill, and this is what it sounds like. That brings us to the first verse, where the beat continues pretty much the same, but instead of hitting the crash cymbals on the end of 4, we're going to sizzle the first one on the hi-hats and then just kind of lean on the rest with a little bit of an accent. The next 4 bars continue pretty much the same with a fill at the end. Next up is the pre-chorus, which isn't very different to that verse, so I'll just go through the full 8 bars and then I'll go back and just look at the fill right at the end. That takes us into the next section, which is kind of like part A of the chorus, and it has something that feels a little bit funny. What it is a 2/4 bar where those stops are. So we're just going to play kick drum and then snare with an open hi-hat and count 1, 2, and then straight back into 1 in 4/4 again. I'll play it slowly and hopefully it makes sense. Moving on, in the next couple of bars, there's a couple of different fills, and then we're going to go back to the beginning of the chorus that I just showed you and go through the whole thing again. So like I just said, we'll go back to the beginning of that section and then play straight through, but there's just a slightly different fill right at the end. I'll play those whole 8 bars now. Now we're up to that repeated chorus section, and the drums are going to play the same 4 bars 3 times through. On the last time through, it's a little bit different, but let me show you those first 4 bars now. Here's the last time through that chorus with the fill at the end. I did find some of those fills a little bit tricky to hear in the recording, so if you want to play something a little bit different, that's totally up to you. From there, we go back to the very first riff section, right through the verse, right through the pre-chorus, the first section of the chorus, and the second section of the chorus, pretty much the same as we did the first time around. So the next thing I'm going to look at is just the fill right at the end of the second time through the chorus. This is what it sounds like. Now we're up to the bridge, which has a great beat that moves the snare drum off beat 4 and onto the end of 4, which gives the whole groove a bit of a jilted feel. I'll play it slowly. Once you have that groove down, it gets repeated a bunch throughout the bridge. The first time around, there's a fill at the end, and this is what that sounds like. Then we go back into the bridge groove again, and the second time around, there's another fill, and this is what that sounds like. After the bridge, we are back into the chorus, just the same as we played it the first time around. I'll play through 4 bars real quick, just so you know where we're up to. Halfway through this chorus, the hi-hats open up and play quarter notes, and the kick drums just change a tiny bit. I'll play through 4 bars now. Now, I'm not sure if there's a few different recorded versions of this song, but one version I was listening to then moves up onto the crash cymbal for the next 4 bars, and there's a fill in the 4th bar as well. The outro of this song is a fantastic little drum feature, and this is how it goes. And there we go. That brings us to the end of Helicopter by Bloc Party. Like I said at the beginning, getting that up to speed is probably the biggest challenge, just to get your hands around those fills and where they have to go around the drum kit. Start out slowly and then practice it over time, you'll be able to get it up to speed. Have fun with that, and I'll see you at the next lesson.